Mr. Mohan Bhagwat and Prime Minister Modi during the Ram Mandir inauguration. There was so much, the body chemistry itself, showed the differences that was so obvious from that. Following that, the BJP president JP Nadda ji went out and said that we don't need the RSS, and the arrogance of the BJP leadership was so obvious for the world to see, and that itself has irked the RSS and Mr. Bhagwat. And the world knows the differences in the chasm that caused.
Mohan Bhagwat doesn't seem very irked. When he had that 3-day session in Delhi recently, he said that we get along very well. You seem to be reading more anger in the RSS than the RSS itself.
The subtlety of his message was very clear. There were many times his references were, if it was up to RSS, BJP ka adhyaksh to chun liya hota abhi tak. So there were very subtle messages of continuing differences between the two, and they may fool the people, but it is very clear that without the RSS, Mr. Modi, has finally surrendered, I would say, to the RSS and said, okay, it is his majburi.
Okay, so this letter is now surrendered. Surrender to the RSS saying that you are my majburi, please come around.
What is, I don't know, surrender to what effect? I mean, I don't understand this.
I would like to point out one more thing.
Now, if the lady can just please quieten down, perhaps I could make my point. I didn't speak when she was speaking. I don't understand the surrender to what effect, because at the end of the day, anybody who understands these organizations to any depth will know that they are, in a sense, as we say in English, they are joined at the hip. In fact, they're joined at the umbilical cord. So who's surrendering to who? So this entire surrender narrative is something that is overstated. However, I think there is something to be said for the fact that at the end of the day, the RSS is the mothership from where all these organizations emerge from. And the mothership, and remember, this letter could have many permutations and combinations, Padmaja. It's the 100 years of the RSS. The RSS has not turned 100 before. So this year is special for this entire Sangh Parivar. So there are many angles to which we should look at this.
But there is also a history to it. Like Bhavna Jain is saying, the history of the last 1 year, where post-2024, there was a slight cooling of relations between the two bodies, between the two organizations. So, trying to inject some warmth into the relations?
Look, I mean, I wouldn't know whether there was cooling or not, and that would be wrong for me to try and, explain. But let me just say that in a complicated situation of running a country as vast as India, the organizations that are as vast as the RSS and the BJP would naturally have many layers, many, commonalities of opinion and differences of opinion. And those obviously play out in various ways. It is impossible. It is humanly impossible for such organizations and their leaders to always agree with one another on every issue. However, like all ideological organizations, and people who, who study politics understand the difference, like all ideological cadre-based organizations, their ideology takes supremacy over anything else, over any institutional, interactions they may have.
Okay,
so
ideologically, no real suggestion of surrender, because they are joined by the umbilical cord of ideology, as it were.
But what happens when one person, one individual, in his arrogance, becomes way bigger than the organization and portrays himself so to the world? Then the mothership wants to correct the course. And that is what happened. That is what we saw last year across the board. Also, I would like to point out that, Prime Minister Modi's letter today references the, Swami Vivekananda's speech on September 11th, in Chicago. He references the September 11th attack in America, but he forgot to mention that it was on this day in 1906 that Gandhiji launched Satyagraha in Joburg. So, Gandhiji is completely missing from this letter, which is what this country is of Gandhi and Ambedkar, and RSS does not believe in either Gandhi or Ambedkar, which is very obvious why Gandhi was completely left out from this letter.
Okay, so you're seeing a slide to Mahatma Gandhi as well. Would you want to take that, Rakesh Sinha? In addition to all the other readings of this letter, there is also a perceived slide to Mahatma Gandhi.
You know, just see the Prime Minister's Narendra Modi's program since 2014, in last 11 years. Gandhi's core ideology got to see the light of reality during his era. Swadeshi, right from Swadeshi to self-reliance, and the cleanness drive. For Congress, cleanness was for a particular caste and particular community and particular government or staff. Prime Minister made a movement. So Gandhi and Ambedkar got the highest respect during this era. As far RSS is concerned, we in morning prayer, we remember both the people, Gandhi and Ambedkar. Ask these people, they have not awarded Ambedkar the Bharat Ratna. The three people from the same family, Rajiv Gandhi, Nehru, Indira Gandhi, got the Bharat Ratna, and he was deprived. Ambedkar was deprived. They are talking about Ambedkar. They should feel ashamed of that.
Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. You know, there will be many interpretations done of one document depending on what is more convenient for you. But I want to give the last 20 seconds to Ashutosh. Ashutosh ji, you were very convinced that the RSS wants the Prime Minister to retire when he turns 75. What if that doesn't happen on the 17th of September? Then what?
No. I never.
Then all these theories will come to naught?
No, Padmaja, I'm very clear on this. RSS never wanted Narendra Modi to retire on 17th of this month. I think that was a speculative story that carried on everywhere. I never believed into that. See the relationship between the political leadership and the RSS leadership had been very acrimonious. If you see, look at how K.C. Sudarshan used to attack Atal Bihari Vajpayee and Lal Krishna Advani. Even before 2004, Sudarshan had made so many statements, which was so bizarre. At one point of time, when he said that the CIA agent Pradhan Mantri ke karyalay mein baithe hue hain. So it's not that the relationship between the political leadership and the RSS leaders has been very cordial. The fact of the matter is that the political leadership today, Narendra Modi and Mohan Bhagwat, they are more mature than the earlier leadership. But there are the serious differences. The differences is in which direction Mohan Bhagwat wants to take BJP into a different direction altogether.
Okay.
Narendra Modi wants to take it in a different direction. And that's why this is the difference. And these differences do occur in an ideological framework, in ideological political parties.
All right, are there really differences, or are these differences also just like beauty in the eyes of the beholder? We shall perhaps never know, because both the gentlemen concerned haven't openly ever confessed to it, but others around them seem to suggest that that does happen. For the time being though, thank you very much for joining us on The Buck Stops Here, taking a very quick break.
Hello, Moto.
Moto G96 5G. All eyes on you.
Finessa Windows, beautiful and durable designs. इंस्टॉलेशन से मेंटेनेंस की लाइफ लॉन्ग कस्टमर सर्विस। आपके घर में फिनेस्टा नहीं है तो कॉल कीजिए।
फाइनर फिनेस्टा।
जब मुंबई से वापस कोल्हापुर शिफ्ट हुआ तो सबने कहा कि ड्रीम सिटी को छोड़ रहा है। ड्रीम सिटी। तो मैंने कहा ड्रीम में तो यही गलियां आती हैं। तो जब ये रियलाइज़ हुआ कि कुछ बड़ा करने के लिए बड़े शहर में रहने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, तब लगा कि लाइफ में ग्रो किया। कशी ताई, ऐसे बॉय मिलते मुंबई में? चांस ही नहीं।
SIP करो, इन्वेस्ट करो, लाइफ में ग्रो करो।
प्रतिभूति बाजार में निवेश बाजार जोखिमों के अधीन है। निवेश करने से पहले सभी संबंधित दस्तावेजों को ध्यान से पढ़ें।
This is the Zorawar, India's very own light tank. Built for a very specific requirement to defend our forces and attack when necessary in high altitude areas. Conceived of in the post-Galwan context and in direct response to the emergence of the Chinese Type 15 light tank, the Zorawar is meant to plug holes in India's armoured defences.
All right, an atmosphere where already the BJP has attacked the Congress for dragging in the Prime Minister's mother into a poll battle, especially after a Congress worker was heard abusing the Prime Minister's mother. Another new low in this Bihar war. A video has now been put out by the Bihar Congress, an AI-generated video which seemingly mocks the Prime Minister's mother. Let's listen in.
आज की वोट चोरी डन हो गए। अब जाता हूं सोने।
अरे बेटा, पहले तो तुमने मुझे नोटबंदी की लंबी लाइनों में खड़ा किया। तूने मेरे पैर धोने का रील बनवाया और अब बिहार में मेरे नाम पर राजनीति कर रहे हो। तुम मेरे अपमान के बैनर पोस्टर छपवा रहे हो। तुम फिर से बिहार में नौटंकी करने की कोशिश कर रहे हो। राजनीति के नाम पर कितना गिरोगे?
हाँ?
All right, expect to hear much more of this, an extremely sensitive topic at an extremely sensitive time. On every story that matters, remember, the buck stops here. Thanks for watching.
My birthday gift to पापा, ये उनके पापा की पहली गाड़ी एक गराज में पड़ी थी दार्जिलिंग में। फिर तीन मैकेनिक, पेंटिंग, पॉलिशिंग। जब इसे फाइनली घर लाया ना, तब लगा लाइफ में ग्रो किया है। बुलाओ।
SIP करो, इन्वेस्ट करो, लाइफ में ग्रो करो।
प्रतिभूति बाजार में निवेश बाजार जोखिमों के अधीन है। निवेश करने से पहले सभी संबंधित दस्तावेजों को ध्यान से पढ़ें।
फिनिस्टा विंडोज, ब्यूटीफुल एंड ड्यूरेबल डिजाइन्स, इंस्टॉलेशन से मेंटेनेंस की लाइफ लॉन्ग कस्टमर सर्विस। आपके घर में फिनिस्टा नहीं है तो कॉल कीजिए।
Fine, finer, Finesta.
We're the only country with such a large population of youth and युवा।
Pure talent और कुछ नहीं है।
बुलाने वाला फ्यूचर काफी अच्छा है स्पोर्ट्स का।
Luck, patience and a lot of tolerance.
Life can change overnight.
जीवन में मैंने कोशिश की है सदैव चुनौती को अपनाने।
We need to work towards an egalitarian society, regardless of gender and orientation.
Good evening and welcome to Left, Right and Centre. I'm Vishnu Shom. On the programme, the latest from Nepal, where confusion reigns over the choice of an interim leader amidst a youth-fueled revolution that's ignited the streets of Kathmandu in a blaze of defiance and despair. Gen Z protesters fractured into various groups with competing visions, some pushing for former Chief Justice Sushila Karki after heated online votes that sideline candidates like Balen Shah and Kulman Ghising, while others advocate for figures like Durga Prasad or even pro-monarchy elements struggle to forge unity, all of them delaying talks with the army and risking a further chaos in the power vacuum. We'll be looking at that very closely. And right up after that, a very special interview coming up on Left, Right and Centre. John Bolton, the former US National Security Advisor, somebody who's been bitterly opposed to Donald Trump and the way in which America has been dealing with India of late, joins us in a very special interview. Yes, the India-US relationship seems to be on a somewhat better keel, but Pete Navarro continues to make very controversial remarks. What exactly does Mr. Bolton have to say about Navarro? That's coming up in a little while from now. But first, let's talk a little bit more about Nepal and the situation on the ground over there. It is quite chaotic. Joining us now, Samrajya Khatka, a Gen Z protester, Celine Prajapati, who's also been protesting, joined by Sahat Kasa as well. I'd like to thank you all very much for being with us. Samrajya, let me come to you first. Why did many protesters reject the candidacy of the former Chief Justice Sushila Karki for the interim Prime Minister's position? And how does the selection of an electrical engineer like Kulman Ghising potentially align, with your hopes for solving the crisis in your country?
Presently, me and a group of people actually, we do not, we have a different view of what we want to do with our government, with our interim government. We've actually started a movement called Nepal Reacts, and there we've made a